Johnny was ridiculously handsome. Think Gosling, but with more swagger and long hair. He knew he was handsome, which was the first problem. Johnny also loved love for about 2 weeks. Then he'd get bored. He was a serial dater, a heartbreaker, a classic commitment phobe. He collected broken hearts like some people collect stamps.
Another one bites the dust, Johnny chuckled, hanging up the phone. His best friend Eric rolled his eyes from across the room. Eric was as bad as Johnny. His partner in crime, loyal, grounded, and perpetually exasperated by John's antics. Another what? Another dinner reservation you didn't show up for? Eric quipped, not bothering to hide his disapproval.
Johnny just grinned, that infuriatingly charming grin.
Come on, man, you know it wasn't that serious. We'd only been on like 3 dates.
Eric just shook his head. He knew this story. He'd heard it a million times. This was Johnny's MO. Charm 'em, date 'em, ditch 'em.
Dude, seriously, when are you going to grow up? Eric asked, genuinely concerned.
Johnny just shrugged, the picture of nonchalance.
What can I say? I like to keep things interesting.
He was avoiding the real question, and they both knew it. Meanwhile, across town, a heart was breaking. Not just any heart, though. This was the heart of Victoria, John's most recent escapee. And she wasn't just his girlfriend. She was his fiancée. Until he'd left her at the altar. Victoria wasn't the kind of girl who let heartbreak break her. She was strong, independent, and she had a plan for revenge.
He wants to play games? Fine, she muttered to herself, a determined glint in her eye. Two can play at this game.
Victoria's plan was simple, yet brilliant. She'd hire someone to do to him what he did to her, make him fall in love, then shatter his heart into a million pieces.
So, let me get this straight, Bianca said, leaning back in her chair. You want me to break this guy's heart?
Precisely, Victoria replied, a steely glint in her eyes. Make him feel what it's like to have his heart ripped out.
John's dating life was a revolving door of first dates and awkward goodbyes. He went on dates with actresses, models, even a lion tamer. Don't ask. They were all beautiful, charming, and utterly forgettable. Then he met Bianca. She was different. She wasn't trying too hard, wasn't impressed by his money or his looks. She challenged him, made him laugh, and for the first time in a long time, Johnny felt something real. He found himself calling her back, wanting to spend time with her. He even forgot to flirt with the waitress, which, by Johnny's standards, was practically a declaration of love. As Johnny fell deeper into the carefully woven trap, Bianca was caught in a web of her own. She hadn't expected to actually fall for him, to feel guilty about the charade. One evening, as they were having dinner, Johnny looked at her with those eyes, those damn sincere eyes, and said, "I think I'm in love with you."
That's when it hit Bianca. The weight of the lie, the betrayal, the sheer absurdity of it all. She had to tell him. "Johnny, we need to talk," she began, her voice trembling. "There's something you need to know. To find out, see Papi, Chulo, a Bandy, LSE and SMG production.